safely without a relay throw.
That is ball 4. They're at first and second.
And Murphy now tearing from second to third. Nobody covering third. Daniel Murphy with the heads-up play of the night. He's going to score on a sac fly. It's 2-2.
And it's all because of Murphy and the heads-up base runner. Here's the guy that Cal spotlighted as a guy who could make a difference for the Mets in this decisive Game 5.
We're going to drive deep to right, down the line, and there it goes. It is 3-2 New York, and Daniel Murphy is writing some kind of story.
Now, if you don't know what that is, I'm about to tell you. If you're a baseball fan, or just kind of the average baseball fan, I'm about to fill you in on what that was. That was Daniel Murphy, who had one of the greatest postseason performances of all time. It just so happened he played for my Mets. This was 2015. This was the year that they went to the World Series. If you remember correctly, right after the All-Star break, they went on this remarkable run, and this was after they acquired Yoenis Cespedes. And if you remember, Shawn, this was also the same season when Wilmer Flores, the trade rumors were going on.
Yeah.
He was on the field and he started crying and stuff like that.
Yeah, I remember.
That, right?
I remember.
Yeah, so this was all going on during the same season, and you also had the fanfare surrounding Matt Harvey, the Dark Knight, and you had Noah Syndergaard and the DeGrominator, Jacob DeGrom, and David Wright trying to finish off his Hall of Fame, or what we thought was going to be his Hall of Fame career.
Yeah.
Excuse me, my shirt's still a little jacked up.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was that year. But Daniel Murphy went on a tear. He became the second player in franchise history to earn MVP honors in the NLCS, joining Mike Hampton, the Bulldog, who earned the award in 2000. Let's see here. Murphy hit .529, 9 for 17 with 4 homers, 1 double, 6 RBIs in the NLCS. Overall, he has 7 homers that postseason. The shots came off Clayton Kershaw. That actually happened twice. Let's see here. Zach Greinke, John Lester, Jake Arrieta, Kyle Kendricks, and Rodney. I keep forgetting his full name. Rodney, he was a closer. I don't know if you remember him. He was like Dominican. He always wore his hat
to the side.
Yeah.
Was he a lefty?
I don't know if he was he might have been. I know he played for Tampa for a while.
All right.
Kind of chubby, kind of dude. Anyway, he's the third player in history to homer in the same postseason against the regular season MLB leaders in wins, ERA, and strikeouts. One hell of a postseason.
Yeah, that was.
I don't say so myself.
Yeah, that was.
That was one of my greatest moments. I'm a Mets fan, as you can see by the 2 hats sitting up here in front of my laptop. So, yeah, that was one of my greatest moments because that was literally a miracle Mets team. They came from nothing. They didn't have a lot of great players, but a lot of gritty players like Curtis Granderson.
Yeah.
Lucas Duda, there was a few of them on David Wright. So, yeah. So I'm going to let you go ahead and take the floor, and you take it off from there.
That was a good one. I'm going to go with the year of 2001 World Series, Game 7. It's tied 2-2 with one out, and the bases are loaded. Luis Gonzalez steps to the plate. Mariano Rivera's on the mound. Now, I don't know, many people don't remember this, but this is the first major championship after 9/11, so everyone's rooting for New York to win. I'm against the terrorists, but that don't make me a New York Yankee fan, so I didn't like the Yankees. So Kurt Schilling started the game. He pitched 7 1/3. Then Miguel Batista finished the 8th. Randy Johnson pitches the 9th. And here we go. Mark Grace, he singles. Mariano Rivera fielding a bunt, threw a bad ball to Jeter. Fielding another bunt, he threw a ball to third base to Scott Brocious. Scott Brocious actually could have turned 2 if he threw it to first base, but he didn't, and we like that. Tony Womack hits a double, brings in a tying run. Then Mariano Rivera, he hits Craig Counsell to load the bases. And back to square one, Luis Gonzalez steps to the plate, and history is made.
Floating, center field, the Diamondbacks are world.
Jesus is so good. Jesus is so good.
anytime the Yankees choke, and I don't really consider that that's not. They just lost. I wouldn't really consider that a choke.
No,
but they lost in grand fashion.
Yeah,
nobody thought Arizona was going to beat them. So
no,
it was just beautiful, all around beautiful.
When you look at it, Arizona actually had probably 2 of the top 15 pitchers of all time. You would say that, right? Schilling and Randy Johnson, top 15.
I would
playoff pitchers for sure.
Oh, yeah, definitely playoff pitchers. Yeah, definitely.
All right.
Kurt Schilling just doesn't have enough wins, I think,
in a regular season.
The only thing keeping him away from the greats. Like, he only has 200 something wins, where the usually the benchmark is around 300 wins, especially in his era. So so I don't know. Let's see what's next. What you got? A lot of people gonna pick this up right away. I hold this very dear and near to my heart. So let's see if you guys get this one. Here we go.
And the Mets are down to their last out, and Gary Red Sox are 2 strikes away. Line into left field, base hit for Carter, and the Mets are still alive. And that's going to be hit to center, base hit. And that's going to be hit into center field, base hit. Here comes Carter to score, and the tying run is in. The Mets refuse to go quietly.
Here it comes.
Consecutive hits, and John McNamara goes to the mound. He wants Bob Stanley to pitch to Mookie Wilson. Fouled on. 55,078 here at Shea, and they have really been put through the ringer. Away to it, fouled away again. And it's going to go to the backstop. Here comes Mitchell to score the tying run. Little roller up along first. Behind the bag. It gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win it.
Still to this day, it brings just so much joy to me. Like,
I was just telling people to look at you. I'm looking at the camera, right? And I'm like, look at him. You're doing this. You're like,
You just don't understand. It brings back just memories just come fly. I remember where I was. I remember I was sitting on the floor watching it in my family room. A little backstory on that. I grew up, I was born in St. Louis. I came here when I was 8. Just so happens I came here in 1986, January 1986. So when I first got here, I was originally a St. Louis Cardinals fan, but we moved. So I was just getting into my little baseball. I started catching baseball fever. So my dad, right before we moved, took me to a couple of Cardinals games. And I had already known that Keith Hernandez had left to go to the Mets. So when we moved to New York, I knew I wasn't going to be able to see my Cardinals play anymore. And, because they didn't have baseball packages and stuff like that back then for cable. I was like, you know what? I need to pick a new team. Since Keith Hernandez was my favorite player, he went to the Mets. I adopted them as my new team, and it just so happens they won the World Series that year. That's why that memory just a great memory. That and the Patriots undefeated season, I would have to say, are probably the 2 best seasons for me as far as watching my team play and just the ups and downs. That's when Dwight Gooden and Darryl Strawberry, Ray Knight, and Lenny Dykstra, Gary Carter, and
Dwight Gooden.
I could just go on and on. Dwight Gooden, Franco, Bobby Ojeda. I was a huge Mets fan. So so that's my second one. So,
that was huge. Just a quick question: how hard was it digging through the pile of garbage to find Mets highlights that was actually great, that made you happy?
Yeah, see, people take for granted HD and 4K and all that stuff like that. So when I'm going back, I'm used to being able to find good clips. Going back to find this, you see nothing but like VHS quality, just grainy. The mic sounded horrible. It was just bad. So that was the best. That's why when you hear that, it's not the greatest quality. But you get the vibe for what was going on that night. So,
we got you.
Yeah.
All right. So we're on number 3. Once again,
4.
Coming from the world of the World Series, 2004. Game 7. Kevin Brown's on the mound for the Yankees. First inning, Damon leads off with a single. Then he steals second. Bellhorn strikes out. Manny hits a single. Damon tried to score from second, but he's tagged out. Ortiz stepped to the plate, hit a monstrous home run. Brings home 2 runs. Red Sox up 2-0. We go to the second inning. Then at the top, with 2 outs, Orlando Cabrera was walked. He was walked by Kevin Brown to load the bases. Then Johnny Damon steps up. And once again, history is made.
They eventually came back and won. 3 in the 8th and the run in the 11th. Vasquez trying to do the same. Damon hits it in the air to right field. Sheffield back in the corner. At the wall, a grand slam. Johnny Damon. Quiet all series, goes deep. 4 more runs and it's 6-0.
Oh, if you didn't know, I'm not a Red Sox fan. I'm not a Diamondbacks fan. I'm a Yankee hater, and I wear it proud on my sleeve. Watching those bring tears to my eyes. It makes me clutch my pearls that are invisible, and it makes me grab my heart and just go, oh God, oh. But it's lovely. Oh, I love it, Kay.
Such a great moment in history. I'm so glad I was alive. You know, you hear about these great baseball moments, like the Hank Aaron moment, or the Babe Ruth, Lou Gehrig when he broke Babe Ruth's home run record.
Yep.
Jackie Robinson when he first came to the major league. All these great pivotal moments. For me, seeing the Yankees choke the way they did. First of all,
up 3-1.
Up 3-1, and you lose the greatest choke job. Now, some might say the Patriots losing to the Giants. Okay.
Yeah, it's football. You know, it's hard to get there and be undefeated. It's football. It's hard.
And it's only 1 game.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So the Yankees lost 4 in a row, which is after being up 3-0.
Yeah.
Which is still, it amazes me. But with all those championship banners, you guys have... People are going to remember you, especially kids who are in college right now.
Take my son. He's 20. Take Elijah, for example. 20.
Exactly. Perfect example. He only knows you for 1 championship. He probably knows you more for that choking and not being able to get back to the World Series in the last 20 years outside of that 1 year than he knows you for all those championships before that.
Yep.
So as of right now, it's safe to say for a large percentage of people, the Yankees are known best in this millennia. No, not this millennia. What's it? Century? No, not century. When it became the 2000s. That's the change of the millennium? Or
yeah, that was
century.
Century,
right?
Because you're going from 19 something to 20 something. 100 years, century.
Century was every 100 years.
Yeah, that would have been 100 years from the 1900s. You went to the 2000s.
Yeah. So in this century, you guys are just no better than who's definitely not better than the Giants. But anyway, I'm going off on a little tangent.
Yeah.
Hate the Yankees. That's all needs to be said.
Yeah, I'm about to say, hate the Yanks. Yeah. Wait, hold on. We hate them. We hate them so much we're gonna clap it up for hating them. Hate.
I think I could honestly sit here and do a whole segment on how much I hate the Yankees.
I can do. If you can do 1, I can do 3.
Oh, definitely could.
Yeah.
I feel good about it, too.
Yeah. Been hating them since I was born in New Orleans, and they took over the Braves spot. Because people forget at one time it was the Braves and the Yankees. Braves might have actually had a little bit more of a better thing because they had won that World Series before the Yankees started winning. And I thought the Braves would just take off. But nah, they digressed and just stayed, in the middle, and the Yanks just shot for the stars and won 4 rings.
Always said having the DH in the AL was always an advantage because you get to load your team up. You always get to get that extra hitter, whereas the National League, they just build their teams different. I always thought the AL had an advantage.
Yeah.